Okay, it was election week in the US and literally election week. We still are in the process of that, and they're still counting ballots, and it's created some interesting dynamics in the market, and I think some of that uncertainty, and so we've had some volatility. And what I want to show you is what prediction points look like. I want to just run through the week real quick, and I'll show you a couple of random days on different markets. But I want to run through the week on the S&P, and I want to highlight a couple of things. So market opened about right here. This was on Sunday night, and we're going to just go one day at a time. So market opened right here, touches this CP, the blue lines. The theory with this is that the market will move from blue lines to blue lines. And I'm not going to get too far into it, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what prediction points actually looked like throughout this election week. So here, and then we can see this ended up being the bottom right here, and then a move up through here, and then eventually, this is in the Globex session, and then we saw a big push up into here. And then this is Monday morning. Here we have the open right over here, and then this holds a support, trades right up into this area, and then you can see some reaction. These three prices together are likely going to create some consolidation. How close they are. This is definitely going to create some of that, which you can see that certainly happened that way. So consolidated, big move up through here, came back, tested, and then that was the end of that day. So let's jump over here and look at the next day, and this would be the 3rd. So this was Tuesday. So there's the start of Tuesday, and then this was actually the election day. So traded up to here, couldn't really break out up above here. Some consolidation in this area. These two prices close together tell us this is going to be a consolidation area. Then a big move up through here, move up to there, and when it comes back into here, probably going to consolidate. So likely, we've had this big move, so this is a bit of a consolidation zone. Not crazy consolidation, but a little bit of a consolidation zone. And then if we come back and test right here, it's going to likely consolidate because it didn't do that over here. So let's see how that plays out. So definitely, now it doesn't have to consolidate exactly in between here. It can come a little bit below here. Okay, so come back down into here. This holds as support. And then into the close, this holds as support again. And then a pretty big rally finally up into here. Now let's jump over and look at the next day. So this is where we started getting into. So this is in the evening. We've got the night. We've got the reporting of the ballots, that type of thing happening. So what happens? Here's the high. Look at all the consolidation through here with these prices all right here close together. And then this thing really starts to move. So comes down here. That ends up... this holds right here, and if you remember where I said if we came back down in here, it would probably, that was right here at 33.50, so right in this area. Look at all the consolidation right here when it came back in here. So that's going to play out at some point. And then traded right in between here, probed up through here a few times, but couldn't really break out through here. And then down here, that's to 33.17 area, just off of that. And then nice move up to here, and then nice move right up to there. And then what happens? Starts to move through here through the day, and then no real conviction anywhere. So nice short opportunity, nice buy opportunity, nice buy opportunity. I think that's what is interesting to point out here. So you see this, it comes up and tests, comes down and tests right there. Then tests the next lower one, then tests the next higher one, and then breaks, which we would have anticipated that this was going to break out over here like this. since it tested here, tested there, tested here, tested there, one of these needs to break, and since this held as support, likely that's going to break because it already got tested right there. Now, if it went the other way, so it tested here, and then came back down here, and then came up and tested here, we would expect it to break down there, but that's not how it happened. So, okay, so some consolidation through here makes tons of sense, and then pretty lackluster into the close there. And then let's pull up and look at the next day. So that was on the 4th there, and here's the 5th. So here's the open of Globex, comes down here. This ends up holding as support. They come back and test right there again. Pretty big gap. It trades up into here. This ends up holding right here. Pretty nice move. This is like a 40 or so point move up off of here. So this holds as support, and then just see how this looks going into the morning. So we find this is all overnight. So then we get into the morning here. We get the just before the open. And then this was an area we were really paying attention to, and I'll show you why. We had this next price way up here. So these are like 40 points apart almost. And so we're really looking for if it can break up above here and hold. And so we said, watch for a fake out, okay? And if there's a break above here, watch for a fake out. And then look what happened. And then watch, this area is going to be real important. And then look at what happened going through the day. The daily closed 2 ticks below right here, okay? Now, what happened? There was a breakout here, which was really just a fake out the first time, and then did not get back above that. If you see right here, never got back above that during the day. So pretty telling. But there were some good short opportunities, and there were some good buying opportunities, just depending on how you traded that. And then we did have some other prices. In MAP, we gave some other prices. We said watching this area. And then let's go into Friday, and let's see what Friday brought for us. So here's Friday. Here's the open of the Globex session. Trades down through here, a big wick through here. This ends up holding a support in this area. Trades about 7 ticks away from up here. Trades down to this area and then breaks down, and then this ends up holding. The CP holds within, that's like 4 ticks or something right there. So this holds within about 4 ticks. And then they come up here, they hold right here, but that's not enough to get some momentum going. So they come back down here and test the CP, which that's pretty normal. That's what we'd be looking for them to do. They test the CP, they test right there. Really good buying opportunities. Come up here within a couple of ticks, back down to here within a few ticks, and then pretty sideways into the close, which these are fairly close together. So again, we'd expect that kind of sideways kind of movement. No real momentum, but over here in MAP, we did say watch 92 on a pullback. This is 90.75, but in MAP, which is where we basically are telling you the whole narrative of the market. We said watch 92 this time on a pullback, and that was 92.25, and then pretty nice move up into here. So there you have it. So let's just to give you an idea, some of you maybe are NQ traders, and so here's the NASDAQ. This is Friday on the NASDAQ. Just a simple 5-minute chart here, like what I've been showing you on the S&P. So here's the NASDAQ, there's the open, trades down here, and you can see right here actually, we had this price here and it didn't quite get down to there. Here's a little ninja trick that we teach some of our MAP members. So these can be real useful, and there's different ways to use each of these levels, but you can see this 50% of the fib level between these prediction points ends up holding right there. So there's a but you know, you can draw that ahead of time. Anyway, so that's one thing that we teach in MAP. Let's see here. So here's the move this was a great short opportunity right there. You know, nice rejection coming up through here. And then this was also, I think, a great short opportunity. The only downside to this trade is that we're looking for it to come back up and retest these levels because it just kind of blew right through them all. Now, I know we don't have a prediction point here, but let me show you something that I like to look for. If I'm thinking that a low is in, like if I think, okay, this is the low right here, I want to see the body of these candles hold. So you see right there the body of these candles. I want to see that area hold for the buyers to step in again. So if you look right there, right here, here's the low of this, and you can see right there. So there's the low, and then it comes right down to here. That's something I look at a lot, so I might not have a prediction point, but I want to see that. You know, I definitely look at that a bunch. Okay, so coming in here to the little bit later in the morning. So nice reaction up off of here, comes back, this ends up holding, and then comes really close, you know, just a few points away from the CP right there, and that's the end of the day. So this was ultimately the target we were looking for up here, and then this ends up holding over here, and then we get this move up to there. And so that's how it looked on the NQ. And let's just look at Friday on the Russell, if we have any Russell traders. So here's Friday on the Russell 2000. Here's the open. Trades down into here. This ends up holding right here. Really nice short opportunity right here. And then again, trades down into here, consolidation in this area, and then another nice short opportunity right here. This is my favorite kind of trade. So we have really good selling happening like this, and then the market bounces and uses this level right here. Love that. And then right here we can see this was actually the low of the day, and we had that to the tick right there on that. So from here it came down to here. The other trade that I would really like here is if we could get a move and then a pullback down into this area. But I'd be watching two areas. I'd be watching right over here. And then it might not get all the way back. You know, something like right here. Those would be the two areas I'd be watching. And that correlates pretty closely with this prediction point. So really like something like that. Now, the thing is, you know, you can draw that in, but you don't really know. The prediction points are there ahead of time, so they really tell you, you know, ahead of time what we're looking for. And then notice the consolidation right here. Okay, there's the pullback to the first level we talked about. I don't know that they ever came back down to here. We'll see. And nice move up to the CP here within a few ticks of that. Again, love this kind of trade. So these are definitely, I'm a big reversal trader, so I love these kinds of trades. And then I like these kinds of trades as well. So when basically we're kind of what I call stair stepping up through here. And then I don't see anything really clear, but you know, it depends on, if you're a momentum trader, this is the kind of trade you could take as well. So you have a breakup, a little pullback, you're long, big move, a little pullback, you're long. And then I'm a reversal trader, so I'll wait for this no problem. So I want to buy it down here, and I'll wait for up here, and then I want to get short up here. And then I do like this trade. This to me just, if I'm looking at the chart, as this is coming back here, I'm thinking, yeah, I like this area, you know, here, and then I'll probably try it here as well. So this already held as support, so I want to buy it here, and I want to buy it here. And it comes right to there. I really like that short. This is probably a place I would go short. So I like this long, and I would take it short up here. I don't know that it ever came back up there. Okay, so I'd take this long again. So I tried it long there. It's kind of losing some momentum, but I'd still take it long again, and then I would take it long again here. And I didn't trade the Russell on Friday, so I don't actually know what happened, but just giving you a little bit of an idea. So I tried the short here, that didn't work. I'm not trying it again over here because I already did it here, and it didn't get that follow through for any higher. But I would take it here, and then this is too long. I wouldn't hold this trade. So this is consolidating in this area. What I would look for is either a breakdown or a breakout, and then to retest this level, or maybe retest one of the levels. Okay, so not really a breakdown. It's a this is still more of this consolidation in this area. I wouldn't call that a breakdown yet. Yeah, still more consolidation. Yeah, so that's how the day ended. I wouldn't call that any kind of a breakdown. I would just call that consolidating. And if you go back and you look right here at what happened, they could still easily come back and test this level. They tested that again. Wouldn't actually be surprised to see that on Sunday. Okay, I wasn't planning to do this, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek into Monday's market. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, so here's where we opened here. Let's kind of pull this like this. So there's a few things. So here's a couple of things. Notice how many prediction points there are right here. This is about a 20-point range, and you notice there's 6 prediction points in this fairly small range. Now, the market's been moving so much, but if we make it look somewhat kind of normal, like it would typically look on the chart, this would be a consolidation area that's 17 to 1550. That means for a few points up above and a few points up below, we could easily see consolidating. And then this is a consolidation area. I already used this as support, so I don't necessarily want to see that get used as support again, but it's not totally out of the question. Maybe they only come back into this area. That would be extremely strong. We could gap up on Sunday. It just kind of depends on what happens. I'm definitely looking for, I don't know why this is actually a KP. This is a CP, so this should definitely be blue. This was just a mistake when I did prediction points, so that's on me, but we'll get that corrected. So yeah, that's totally on me. All right, so that's fixed. So that's a CP. What I'd be looking for at this point is a move up to here, and then if that breaks, we've got a lot more room to go, another 31 points or so up to there. Okay, so there's some pretty good room to move. So that's on the upside there, which we've been saying that for literally all week. On the other side, it's not entirely impossible that there's a few areas. I'm not crazy about this at all, but it's something I'll keep an eye on. And then this area, I'll keep an eye on, this 95.50. It's close enough to this prediction point. I'll watch this 95.50 area. This is of interest, this 82, I would say, well, yeah, they use that 85 area. So let's say this 89, that's of interest. And then this 82 area is of interest, give or take a point or so. And then below that, they've used this, and I mean used it like the buyers have already bought there. It's been tested already. That's tested, maybe down here we get a reaction out of the 40s, but that's tested. And then we're back into the 3380s. So if the buyers, big picture, if the buyers don't come in and push this up to here, and then if the buyers don't hold the mid 40s here, and we don't know what we're going to see on Monday. We don't know what's going to happen here over the weekend with the election results and things like that. So we don't know what we're going to see. But 3380s, if we break down out of this area, they've held this area a few times here in the 3430s. So that's something that you can't just ignore it, but they already bought it really 3 times here. And so, I'm not saying I'm ignoring it. This will probably be an area to watch for, 3410 to maybe 3405, something like that in that area. But 3380 is fairly likely to happen if we start to see that scenario where it breaks down. So that's what we'll be looking for on Monday, and we'll see how things play out Sunday into the Globex. And if you're in MAP, we'll see you there. If you're in the live trade signals, then we'll see you there on Sunday as well. And if you're not, go check it out. I'll put a link below the video and come check out and see what it's all about. If you want to see more about Prediction Points, there'll be a link for that of how you can subscribe to Prediction Points. And we'll see you in our Discord server.